Hello everyone, I welcome you all to EduTap. So here in this video we have brought for you agriculture and rural development current affairs for the month of December. Since we have already covered the same current affairs in part 1 also, so today we are going to cover December month continuing in part 2. And this particular video series is important for NABARD Grade A and AFO examination of 2019, and as your AFO examination is fast approaching, I would recommend you to revise all the previous year videos, previous month videos also. We have covered all the current affairs related to agriculture right from the month of January. You can find the same videos in the playlist. So here you can see the various courses which are being offered by us, and telling you about the agriculture particularly. See, agriculture is a very important part of IBPS AFO in phase 2, and NABARD Grade A agriculture is important in phase 1 as well as phase 2. So here are the various individual as well as the combo courses. Okay, so coming back to lecture of the day, we'll be covering your ARD current affairs December part 2 video, and let's just start then. Okay, so your part 2 video has the first news as the foundation stone of the Institute of High Altitude Medicinal Plants. So this is important. IHAMP, the High Altitude Medicinal Plants Institute, has been the foundation stone has been laid in Jammu Kashmir. So Jammu Kashmir becomes important for us, and this institute is important because it will be a pioneer in the research about the medicinal plants. So whatever medicinal plants are found at the high altitude, they will be, the research of them would be done in this particular institute, and it would also help the farmers in the cultivation of these plants particularly. So in a scientific manner, if this cultivation is done, then it will be beneficial not only for the farmers economically but also for the people. So it will be a kind of major source for the farmers, and medicinal plants would also be researched, and the related technology would be developed through this particular institute. So keep this in mind. The latest one is the foundation stone has been laid in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so another inauguration, important one. Now this is very important. Prime Minister has inaugurated the International Rice Research Institute. So this is the 6th IRRI South Asia Regional Center, which has been inaugurated by our Prime Minister in Varanasi, that is in Uttar Pradesh. So you have to know this. This is very important. Apart from that, I have also informed you about this IRRI itself. So why is it important, this particular 6th IRRI Institute, that is Rice Research Institute? Because it is the first educational and training hub of the IRRI, which is situated outside Philippines. So this Rice Research Institute has its headquarters in Philippines, and first such educational hub has been inaugurated for the very first time outside Philippines. Okay, so basically improvement of the crop production, seed quality, then nutritional value of rice, all these things would be done under this particular institute. So keep this in mind about Varanasi, and you can read about IRRI itself. See, it is a non-profit autonomous organization which is particularly working in the research and the training of the rice and its varieties. So it was organized in the first institute was organized in 1960, and from then it's headquartered in Philippines. And why is it important for India? I'll just tell you that India has been collaborating with IRRI from 1960s only, and the green revolution of India had this high yielding variety rice called as IR8. So this is important for you, that IR8 was actually developed by the collaboration of India and IRRI. So this IRRI is actually news. That is why this high yielding variety rice itself becomes important. Also you have to know that this HYV rice was called as the miracle rice. So that played a very important role in the green revolution in the northern belt of India. Okay, do keep all these informations in mind. Now moving to your next news. Okay, so government has banned the import of milk products from China. See, I will just tell you that apart from this news, for us it is important to understand the importance of milk for India. Okay, its production. So government had actually banned the import of milk and its product from China, but now this ban has been extended till April 23rd. See, in 2008 this ban was first time imposed, and then it had been it is continuously being extended from then. Now I will tell you that there is this apprehension that probably the milk or the milk products or even the chocolates which are actually imported from China, they contain the toxic chemical called as melamine. So melamine is important for you. It is a toxic chemical which is used in the milk and its production. So that melamine is harmful because it is actually used for the making of plastics. So that is used in the production of this milk, and this India has taken as a precautionary measure. I will just tell you why. See, India is actually not importing any kind of milk from China, but just to take it as a preventive measure, all the related products have also been banned. So this is important. And here I've also mentioned about the India and its milk production. So India is the world's largest producer of milk, and not only the producer, we are also the largest consumer of milk. So this is very important for you. By heart this, and also the figure which is mentioned here, it becomes very important for you for your upcoming exam. So in 2016-17, it was estimated that the production of milk in India is around 165.4 million tons, and in the year 17-18 it has increased and it has become 176.35 million tons. So it is estimated, there is this Vision 2022 document by the Niti Aayog, and they have said that the milk production by the year 2022 is going to be 254.5 million tons. So this is very important. These are some figures, facts, you have to keep them in mind. And also see, the leading state in milk production is Uttar Pradesh, so that is also you have to keep in mind. And apart from that, I will also tell you that India has the largest number of the milch animals in the world. So all these things are related. UP followed by Rajasthan and Gujarat. So these are the top 3 states in the production of milk. Okay, keep these things in mind, and that would be it. Okay, so National Farmers Day, 23rd December has been celebrated as India's National Farmers Day. Now, here in the picture, do you know this person? This image is of actually our former Prime Minister Chaudhry Charan Singh. So he was considered as a leader of the farmers, and that is why, to honor him on his birthday, it is celebrated. His birthday is celebrated as actually the National Farmers Day. So he was also called as the champion of India's peasants, being the leader of the farmers. So you have to keep this in mind, that this person is actually the champion of India's peasants. And we had earlier discussed that National Milk Day is also celebrated. Are you able to recall that? In our previous videos we have discussed it well, and that is also associated to a particular personality. I have just given you a hint. The milk revolution, it was something and related to a person. So that is National Milk Day. If you are able to recall, please do let us know, mention in the comment sections. If you are not able to recall it, I would recommend you to go refresh your memory, find it out. It is there in the videos, and you can mention it then below. Okay. Okay, so this is a very important mission. So this was there in PIB, actually it was mentioned about this particular mission. So we are going to discuss it also. So National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. Now this mission has actually been operational from the year 2014-15, and it I am sorry about that. It is aimed at making agriculture more productive, sustainable, remunerative. So these are some very important things about this this mission NMSA, and it has some actually very important components which are important for us. You have to know that what are these components, and they all are actually related to this national mission. So let us discuss these components one by one. I will just tell you the 5th component at the first. You must be aware with it. We have discussed it earlier also. Soil Health Card Scheme. So the scheme about the health of the soil, which would indicate the, after testing the samples of the soil, it would test the health of the soil, that how much nutrient the soil contains and how much more chemical fertilizers you should use. So this scheme is itself a component of your National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. So apart from that, the other components are, the first one is on-farm water management. So that means managing it is about actually increasing the efficiency of water. So that means on farm, when you have the water, you have to use it efficiently by making use of drip sprinkler technology. So that is about the on farm water management. So that is a very important component. And actually this water management, and there was this another component called as per drop more crop. So that also indicates that per drop of water you are getting more crop. So that is again about the efficiency of the water. So these were actually submerged under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. So do keep this in mind, and that again becomes a part of NMSA. Okay, then coming to your rain-fed area development program, that means the area which is actually under the rain, that has actually to be developed in such a way that the potential use can be made from that. And the final one is again related to soil health, that is soil health management. So nutrient management through the judicious use of chemical fertilizers, and then soil health card scheme. So these are some important components under NMSA. Do keep them in mind, and try to remember these components and relate them with your sustainable agriculture mission. Okay, so a very important scheme, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sarakshan Abhiyan. See, from the name itself, it was called as PM Asha, but from the name itself, you'll be able to see it is about Annadata. So Annadata are basically the farmers, the ones who are actually sowing the crops for us, and Annadata Aay Sarakshan Abhiyan. So that means securing the livelihood of the farmers with this umbrella scheme, PM Asha. So it is related to the MSP assurance to the farmers. So minimum support price assurance to the farmers was actually the aim of this particular PM Asha, and remuneration to the farmers and their crops was actually, it was recently announced in the budget of 2018. So we have covered it here, since this is your final video about 2018 December month we are covering. So do keep this in mind. Okay, and let us quickly see what are the components of PM Asha. So it has three major components: price support scheme, that means again your MSP, then price deficiency payment scheme. So this is very important. Bhavantar Bhugtan Yojana was a very important scheme. We have discussed it. It was launched by Madhya Pradesh, then followed by Haryana government. So to just expand it rollover at the national level, so deficiency payment scheme was launched. And then finally the pilot of private procurement and stockist scheme. So the procurement as it is done under the MSP, it is done by the government. So this was a kind of pilot for the private procurement of these crops. So these are three important components. Keep them in mind. And here we are going to discuss here again. So physical in the price support scheme, the physical procurement of pulses, oil seeds, copra, they'll be done by the central nodal agencies. These are NABARD and FCI. So the expenditure and the losses associated would be borne by the center itself. Then price deficiency is important, because what is the difference between the MSP which was announced by the government and the actual selling price, that would be actually filled up by the government, and they would be it was again important because it was said that the government is going to give this money directly in the farmer's bank account. The difference, that is why it was called as bhav antar bhugtan. So what is the antar between the bhav, that would be fulfilled by the government. And finally, it was the procurement and stockist scheme was about the oil seeds, where states will have the option to roll out their private procurement schemes in their own districts through the private player. So this private word is very important here. Do keep this in mind. And in our earlier videos, we have discussed about the importance of oil seeds as well. There are many policies which the government is focusing through on the oil seeds. Okay, so these were some very important schemes related to your okay, so our final news is about Swaminathan Committee report. So see, Swaminathan Committee is a very it is now the old committee, but the implementation of the recommendation of this committee has come up now, so we are going to revise it again. So I'll tell you the context that why is this in news. See, government has actually increased the MSP for all Kharif and Rabi crops from the sowing season of 2018-19 with the return of at least 50% over the cost of production. So over this cost of production, 50% more would be given. That is the MSP. And now are you able to relate that if MSP is announced but selling price is something else, that difference would be under your price deficiency scheme. Now with the implementation of this particular MSP, this Swaminathan committee report becomes important, because there was this commission called as the National Commission on Farmers, which was headed by Dr. MS Swaminathan. So he is a very important personality in our green revolution. He played a very important role. So this person has actually had headed this commission, and at that particular time in 2007, when he gave the recommendations, he had said that actually farmers should get at least 50% more than the average cost of production. So that recommendation has now been accepted, and the farmers are going to get this particular MSP over 50% cost. Okay. So very important news. All you have to go through them properly, keep revising. So that was it, guys. We have covered our ARD in news in December 1 and December 2 part 2. Two videos we have covered, and all the ARD news which are important for your exam, which is coming just in this month only. You have to revise from January to December, which is available in you can just go to our channel and you can see there. So if you guys still have query, you can just visit our website. If you want to know about our courses, you have to go to the edutap.co.in. Then you can also drop us a mail. hello@edutap.co.in is our ID, and you can also call us or even WhatsApp us at this given number 8146207241. So yes, guys, that would be it. If you want to download the PDF, then you have to go to the Telegram channel link. It is in the description below. You can just click there and you'll be the member of the channel, Telegram channel, where you'll be able to download it. So if you like the video, if you like the content, if you find it useful, do not forget to click like, subscribing to our channel and sharing this video. So we wish you all a very happy learning from our team EduTap, and all the best for your examination, guys. Thank you for being here.